So Naomi, she was very, very shy growing up. Her parents talk about how, um, they'd have a hard time getting her to speak, and she just didn't want to talk. She just was very, very shy, very quiet. And a lot of her other family members, they're not very shy, or they're very unshy. They're very outgoing and very vocal. And so sometimes it was competing. It was also trying to compete for attention. But the point of the matter is that she ran cross country in high school, and um, and I think that I saw in her, something very different as our relationship grew, and that gave her confidence. So when I remember in 2000, I'm running for the state senate, I decided, you know what, I'm running for the state senate because she was a teacher at the time for a high school that was an alternative high school. It was for at-risk kids, and they would hire part-time teachers to fill full-time jobs and not pay them for any of the extra work that they did. Even the 3 minutes in between classes to go to the bathroom, they wouldn't pay them for that. And I was like, this is wrong. So it turns out there's a loophole in the Utah state labor laws that actually allows it for government or certain government, institutions. So I was like, you know what? Nobody's listening to me. I'm calling my legislature. Nobody seems to care about this. And so they said, well, you don't have to be a teacher. And I'm like, that's your response? Is you're going to take advantage of people because you can? So I decided to run as a Democrat in the Utah State Senate. Now, I didn't win. I'm in Utah County. Utah County hasn't had a Democrat elected since '94, and it was a congressional seat for I think 2 terms. So anyway, but they have had, and I don't think on a statewide or a state seat they've had a Democrat in Utah County since the 80s or 70s. So I knew I wasn't going to win, but I just wanted to be able to get out there. Now, I'm also very conservative. And I told the Democratic Party, I said, listen, I'm not going to change my views. This is what it is. Take it or leave it. And, of course, it was the first time, this is one of the great things I thought, it was the first time that Utah County had every seat in the county that was being challenged. And I thought, well, this is a pretty good thing. I mean, this democracy needs to be challenged. You can't just have one candidate. And it's, although most of the time that's the way it is here in Utah County. So I ran as a Democrat. We're knocking on doors, and we're trying to get out the message. And her high school coach, her cross country coach, he opens the door and sees Naomi and goes, Naomi, is that you? You're out knocking on doors? He couldn't believe that she was out knocking on doors. And that was really, really eye-opening to me because I saw that she had become a totally different person as she developed and has become, and she's learned, and I am so proud of Naomi and my wife because she handles all the bookkeeping, she does all the catering, she does all the managing, she takes all the phone calls for all the catering nationwide. So she runs our home, she takes care of the kids, she does so much. The fact there's sometimes I'm like, listen, you have to ask for help, but she has learned everything, and it's and how to present. We were on a stage just recently in California together on a panel talking about Shark Tank, and she's going, I don't really think I'm going to enjoy this to be up here on this panel. No, I could see that she was loving the fact that people were asking her questions, and that she was being looked at as somebody that people wanted to hear from, and that was very exciting for me to see.